But we come back from break, and Tony Schiavone is in the ring and with the most enthusiasm announces 2 matches for Forbidden Door. We get Copeland and Christian against Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. And the lights out steel cage match will feature Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, the Young Bucks, and back to somewhat full strength, Gabe Kidd at the end of G1 season. He is back.
We'll see, dude. We'll see what's somewhat full. At least he's cleared. We know that.
How many bad knees and necks do we have in this match? Like everyone is walking wounded into this one. The opponents will be Darby Allin, Will Ospreay, Hiroshi, Tanahashi, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi. This was like the most insane announcement of like this cavalcade of people we have at our disposal, and all the bar for this cage match is just ridiculously high, and I am certain that there are people that are not even near 100% for this match.
Oh my God.
They're going to go out there and kill it. I have no doubt.
Look at this babyface team, okay? You have Hiroshi Tanahashi coming off of the G1, okay? Like, who is like barely able to
he's barely holding himself together.
He's able to do high five flows. He's able to do dragon screws, and that's I think as much as you need from him in a match like this. Omega, who I think his status is always I'm sure somewhat to be questioned, just given what he went through. Kota Ibushi, who last time we saw looked great. So
so far so good. Like of the last outings we've seen from him is that.
Yeah.
There's enough in this cage match with the 10 of them that, like, I don't doubt there will be some insane things that they incorporate into this match, just given what we've seen Ospreay do this year alone in cage matches. But I think like it's a match that you can work around physical limitations of some. Like, there's no way you can tell me Gabe Kidd is going to be 100% for this.
Yeah, nor I would assume Will Ospreay, although like the details of his particular injury are maybe a little bit more ambiguous. But being in a multi-match setting at least takes the pressure off of any single or any 2 of these men from having to completely deliver. But nonetheless, like this being a lights out match means that there are going to be a lot of weapon spots. Now, these are also things that might actually be like bells and whistles that will just be able to help their performances, even if they aren't 100% physically. If anybody's doing a dive, I feel like maybe we can expect the Darby Allin
100%. This is his first match since December. He's had no matches back yet.
Wow. Yeah. So Gabe Kidd, also a big question mark about how healthy he is, but something tells me that he'll be well rested enough to just do something crazy for this particular match. Yeah, this is a very justifiable main event. It also makes me wonder though, like, do you think this was always the plan, or do you think at some point they were actually considering Darby versus Moxley as a singles?
I would almost think for sure. Like there was no hint of any of this, and I'm sure that this. I can't say this definitively, but like to me, this could not have been the idea of what you were going to do Will Ospreay's match with and Kenny's match, and just like all of this was built towards Moxley and Darby. But this also logically makes sense. And there's no way like a month out they could have expected to have Gabe Kidd in this. Whatever. To answer your question, this does feel like a pivot, but it's a hell of a pivot.
Does it tell you anything about a potential for like blood and guts involving these, or at least the Death Riders? Because this does feel very well. It would almost feel too similar, right?
I don't see this. Like, honestly, it's the women's feud that seems to be they're building up for. If they're going to do a blood and guts, it feels like it's going to be on the women's side this year. That's what that feels like. And honestly, you could do Moxley and Darby a month later. Like, doesn't need to be on this show.
Yep.
Like that's certainly a viable match for Toronto. I mean, God, you're going to get the Bucks and the Golden Lovers in this match. Like just the combinations of this whole thing. You have the outstanding deal with Kidd taking out Ospreay at All In last month. Tanahashi and Kidd have like their history. Just doing the singles match recently. Like so many of these combos are like I think the bar is going to be very high for this match, and I don't doubt that this is going to be a hell of a non-main event main event. G1 Climax season continues on the Post Wrestling Cafe as we march toward the final on August 17th. Every single match in the tournament will be covered. Plus, we're going back to 2001 for a review of the King of the Ring, featuring Kurt Angle taking on Shane McMahon and Edge winning the tournament. Plus, John and Wai are going to be reviewing all episodes of the WWE Unreal series on Netflix. Ask Away, Post Pro Res, Collision Course, so much more can be found monthly at postwrestlingcafe.com.